Did
Nope.
everyone? How else did everyone else know except for you?
Because I wasn't on any text or anywhere that you put it. Nothing.
We did it on video.
Your own, it's your own fault. Nothing.
I
There's
I
there.
think I think you just weren't listening.
No, 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 no. Because every other time we go camping, we talk about like 15 different times. Nothing. Didn't hear one word of it. Your fault. Nothing. You didn't follow. You know what? It's your fault twice. You didn't invite me and you didn't follow up. Fuck you. I'm good now.
Welcome to
Evan.
Echo
You know,
Chamber, the
Evan.
session in between sessions. We are live.
Evan.
We've been live.
I was going to bring that up too, kind of help you out a little bit, but
I love it. I fucking love it, dude.
it worked. It worked out. It worked out good.
That worked out so well. Just
Yeah. If you're ever expecting an invite from the man, the myth, the legend, the YouTube star Evan Sawyer, don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. That's
Same
all I'm
thing with
saying.
I'm
Carl.
We're
Same
moving
thing.
on. It might happen day of when you already have plans. But
You know
anyway,
what? Speaking of this, I'm going to invite everyone that's watching now to come ahead and watch us live on Sundays around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be either our Phandalin 5, where we're level 12, level 13 characters here soon, or my fun campaign, Crown of the Oathbreaker. Please come and watch. This is for everyone. I'm announcing it now. Or you could just subscribe to us on YouTube because I post weird shit and say necromancy wrong, but I say necromancer correctly all the time. So you'll get a good giggle
I
I,
like
if
I was going to
nothing
ask
else.
you, is anyone playing a necromancer?
the chromancer.
Yeah, if you want to play a necromancer, I have some necromancy spells just for you. To the fun person watching this, just throwing this out there.
I thought you were about to invite everybody out to family style dinner at Barcelona just to be a dick.
I love it.
I don't want
All right.
I don't want people to show up at Barcelona and me not be there. We're talking about Barcelona in Pittsburgh, PA, not Barcelona like across the pond. Just for a reference, everyone.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
definitely. They needed
Not
that
sponsored.
reference.
nice job, man. Yeah, yeah.
Not
Clar-
sponsored.
All
Clarity
right.
is always necessary.
Let's jump into it. Last session, we got to fight an Ettercap as well as a help me out. What's the other
Manticore.
creature?
And
Manticore.
Manticore.
Manticore. Secretly, I must have some sort of tinfoil hat like underlying. I thought for sure that the little girl was gonna end up being the Manticore or the Ettercap or something. Like I was like, something's going
Yeah.
on. This I don't trust this bitch. And I like thought to myself, you know what? I didn't trust Lightning. I
it's the
think I have trust
Gueron thing
issues.
all over again, right?
Oh, there's 100% something there, Carl. We'll talk about that off stream. Though.
That's the what was that? What was it? What did it turn into? Ogre Mage, right? Or yeah, Ogre Mage, right? So what turned into the Gueron thing that we ended up we're like helping
The Oni
somebody and then
turned into
yeah,
an
the
Oni.
Oni, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yep, yep,
That's awesome.
yep. That's what it is. But it happened before that.
Yeah.
I'm constantly in that mindset of who the fuck's gonna mess with me.
Now, is that Carl or is that
I
Emerald
think
slash uh
Zoo tag.
I
Zutag?
think we all know the answer to that. Let's be
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can see it. 100%. 100%. I like it.
all
What
right.
do you guys think about the battle, though?
Think about what?
What do you guys think about the battles, though?
That's why
Jonathan?
I was going to jump in. Well, I wanted to hear from the DM. Uh, did we fight at battles out the way you anticipated?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
100%. Um, no issue. I knew you guys were gonna. Now, I okay. Let me backstep. I'm gonna actually go back on my word and say no. Here's the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally, guys. I planned for it. No, actually, it was
Actually,
different.
Now that I think about this, I expected that I was going to take at least one of you down because the Eder cap, as it was written, did an extra dice of damage, and I would have taken at least one or two of you out. But no, you had to have that fucking illusion that scared them away, and then Phaedra had to do whatever the hell she did to
Frightening.
frighten someone. Oh, she frightened the Eder cap, so it could move closer. So the only thing I could fucking do is shoot a web at you, which that did hit the little scout, and then you scared the Manicore, and Manicores don't like dragons. So there was nothing that I feasibly could do to be like, oh yeah, this Manicore is just gonna fucking rip into a young red dragon. That's literally not how that works. So I had to let them all go off, and it fucked my day up. I
I
wanted to kill
I
one of you.
I commend you on how you played. That was very good. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
Pissed me off because I'm like I do feel better though that when Keegan rolled because I had him roll for the mana core, and I have a question for all of you about this to see if it would come back
Hmm.
because there's always chance, and he rolled the where
Yeah.
it did. It it warmed my heart to no measure that I critted Willow
Twice.
twice. I loved it.
Yeah.
It
It
felt a
was
little lackluster on the damage. I think you did what, 16 points of damage with 2 crits. I was like,
Yeah. No.
I feel a little bad. If that was me, I would have been pissed.
Honestly,
I was mad about it. I
I was
was mad.
hoping you were gonna double my HP and fucking take me out right then and there. That would have been
That
awesome.
would have been fucking cool.
That
I
would have
mean,
been.
maybe not for Willow, but that would have been
Oh,
cool.
dude, I would have fucking loved it. There's no way you're keeping Willow down. Okay, even if I would have died, I don't die.
um, so one thing I've been doing, and I'm very curious from everyone here is so I have you guys do arbitrary rolls throughout the whole thing. You guys roll the D100 to see if you get introduced to a legendary item. I had Keegan roll for if the mana core came back. I'm like I like incorporating those things for you guys to do because it's not something I'm going to do behind the scenes. I know what the DC is. Now, how do you guys feel about that? Does that keep people involved, or is that just a okay?
I,
Doesn't really matter.
I'm gonna jump in first. I think it's great. I love it. I just wish there was more explanation because there's a
Oh,
little bit of fog behind it. It's like, okay,
hmm?
what am I rolling for? Whereas if I
Yeah.
knew what I was rolling for, and I think in fact if the entire party knew what the roll was for, then it would be like, oh shit, I'm invested on your roll because what you roll is going to affect me.
Oh,
My personal opinion.
okay. Eh, Eric,
I was actually thinking the opposite. I like the mystery behind it. That there's something going on.
Yeah, so
But
maybe a
I
mixture of
I
both. I don't know.
I like that. I like the idea of a mixture of both. That like maybe not tell us exactly what it's for, but
Yeah,
you know,
you
a
make a
hint
good point.
or
So if it's something like whether the Manicore would come back, maybe that does make sense that we don't know what that role's for.
yeah.
But if it is something for, I forget what you had me roll for. You had me roll a D100 for something. Um,
I can't
maybe
remember.
understanding what that is gets us
Okay.
invested. So
Okay.
maybe it just
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
depends.
yeah, yeah,
Keegan?
yeah,
I'm in between. I like the secrecy just because
yeah.
I don't like being able to plan for shit ahead of time. Like I want you to try to kill me because I
Hmm.
want to show you that I am unkillable, and that's just life, man. I like remember same thing that I told Garrett, right? Like this isn't your campaign. This is our campaign.
I'm
I
gonna disintegrate
like
Willow. There's no doubt. I'm gonna disintegrate Willow.
no, yeah, I'm kind of in between. I like a little bit of knowing depending on the situation, but I also like knowing the DC for something ahead of time, right? Like
I do
Brandon Lee
too.
Mulligan, like big roles, right? Like the end of Exandria Calamity, which they've announced.
Is
There's
it?
going to be a second part to it.
Oh,
Cannot
no kidding.
fucking
Oh,
wait.
really? Oh, we gotta watch. We gotta go back on that and watch
Oh,
that.
dude, I'm gonna cream so hard. But anyways, no, like on big roles and stuff, I like hearing all right, we're gonna set the DC of 25,
Uh,
right? And then it's like it's all or nothing.
and
I
it.
I like that kind of stuff, right? It kind of builds into it's a story of a story, right? You have
Mhm.
the D&D game going on, but then you have your own story of yourself trying to beat this massive role that if not, you probably could die. So I
I
like
think
Uh,
I think everyone knowing the DC gets other people involved as well. Otherwise,
I
it's just someone rolling,
yeah.
and so I think that goes back to exactly what I said. You want everybody involved; they got to know
yeah.
what they're fighting for.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a little combination. I like that.
Yeah, and maybe not all the time, right? Like
Yeah,
because if you do it all the time, you overuse it, it gets boring.
yeah.
But yeah, mix and match and play around with it. But overall, Evan, I would say I had a lot of fun with it. I got to set shit on fire. Uh, I got to flip the coin and mess with some people. And I could say I think I told Eric and Carla this yesterday. I am enjoying playing stupid. Like I know
I do
his
agree.
intelligence isn't that bad, but I'm still playing him as dumb. And the way I've worked that out in my mind is, people can be smart dumb, right? You can know a lot about a specific topic, but be as dumb as a box of rocks. You know what I mean? So that's when we get to the topic that he's intelligent on. We'll get there. Everything else, he's just dumb as a doorknob.
Is he like really good at like butterfly collecting or something silly?
I'm not allowed to say.
Churning butter. Churning butter. That's it. I can see you as a butter churn. Yeah, I can see it. I'm in.
Carl, do I know what you're? And I
Not
should
yet.
know. I don't. Okay, I don't. Okay, cool.
Just like you didn't know the spider thing, right? Like I think that that makes it fun for you too. And maybe if you
Oh
want
no,
to know, I'll tell you. But
nope, nope. I wanted to. I'm truly trying to. Um, I'm truly trying to remember everyone's backstory, and as well as pulling everyone's backstory into this, like little hints. So like I will plan a session out for a handful of things, and I will literally say, okay, what little thing can I do with someone's backstory just to sprinkle in a little bit of stuff? And like
Mhm.
I'll plan that out. Like I'll look at different messages and say, okay, I can pull in someone's backstory. I just think it's fun to build off of that. And Eric, I think your backstory is going to lead to talking to a zombie dragon turtle at some point. So we'll get to there, and
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. That
love it.
might be a thing. So, um, but yeah, all right. Yeah, I don't need to know. I just want to make sure I'm not um, forgetting stuff. Because to me, like I made a big backstory for Griswold, and I think if people are going to invest time, like to me, that's something you could pull in so they're invested, they could visualize, and I'm all for like really trying to do that.
I love a good backstory as a DM and as a player. As a player, if the DM uses my stuff, that's totally cool. I love it. If they don't, that's fine too, because I'll use that piece of information or whatever. As a DM, I absolutely love it. Love it. I eat that shit up. You give me a
Yeah,
backstory, I'm gonna play it. That's why Rusty. That's why Mordai or the Mordai's group. Everybody, you're on a quest to find the
per
seven
clique,
parts, the rod of
yeah.
seven parts, because Rusty put it in his backstory. I'm like,
yeah.
cool.
Let's go. Yeah, I think it's fascinating. I love it. I cannot wait to see how some of the backstories develop. Um, I'm itching so hard to jump into this, but we have some other things to accomplish first outside of my
Hey,
campaign.
I'm going to transfer you guys over to my phone so that I can hear.
Okay.
All right.
Love it.
To take the dog outside.
No worries. Yeah, Evan, I might give you props from the week before as well. I really enjoyed. We talked about it a little bit, but when with the magic table, whenever the guy became terrified of Galen, I thought you played that out really well, and I had fun with it. Like
Yeah,
we might be going down a road that bores some people eventually, so I want to be cautious of that. But I'm having fun with playing this stupid and Willow egging it on.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm having a I'm having a very good time. Like in certain situations, just fucking with that whole thing. I think it's awesome until something terrible happens, like a fireball, and then it's gonna be well. Actually, I'll still probably enjoy it then because yeah, it's life, right? I like it, but I like that we can play off of each other and really just like go back and forth with it. That's the enjoyment. I could really care less like what you actually roll. It's just the setup to it. Because like, do you want to do you want to call? Do you want like we just go back and forth? And I'm like, I'm like, yes, my evil genius is working. It's like I feel like I'm the devil on your shoulder, just telling you to do dumb shit. And I'm like, as long
yeah,
as I can spin it and make it sound good, it works, right? Because you're playing zoo tag in that way, right? Smart in a few things, but just like completely oblivious in others. Love it.
I love how Garrett played into it too. He was like, "I'm reading your face. I don't know if I should do this, but let's do it."
Absolutely. Real quick, I want to go back to backstories just real fast, because obviously Evan's trying to kill all characters. So I have an idea for a couple
Oh
backup
yeah,
characters. But one of the things I wanted to put in there was um, something about like anxiety or uh, um, diabetes, something like that, right? Like something like real world problem where if I don't eat enough, my
the
sugar drops
diabetic
low.
superhero.
Like something like that, right? But what I want to do is like I
You
want
want
to
to have
be
gout?
gout's flaring up,
He's
guys.
limping. Your distance is cut in half because your gout's flaring up today.
Yeah, like legit something like that to where like I have to keep that in mind on an everyday thing, otherwise it's going to affect me. But I also want to keep in mind like we're streaming this, like I have to be sensitive to people with conditions and stuff like that. So I don't want to like overdo it or like make it. Um, I want to interest people, but I don't want to make it a joke. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to offend people. But I want to put something like that in there. Right? So I've thought about, how do we
A
do
flaw.
that
Yeah, how do you do a flaw?
into a
It's
backstory?
it's kind of like Critical Role where Caleb from season two, he's every time he rolls and does fire damage or something like that, he has to roll to see if he's stunned or how whatever the condition is. Um,
Haven't
yeah,
gotten there yet, so thanks for ruining that one. Appreciate it.
you're
I'm
welcome.
just, I'm
No
just kidding.
problem.
I just heard his. I just got to the part where he told his backstory.
Oh right, I think that's like episode like 27 or something like that. It hits you. I feel it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll digress.
Now go ahead.
Go ahead, Carl.
So for me, and mine might, I don't want to get political or anything like that. Mine might be a little bit more of a conservative view though, and if you're watching for an entertainment value. You're not watching to like be hypercritical and get your feelings hurt. And that's
Fair.
where I'm coming from this from. And so, I look at it, not only Caleb, but I look at it from not or Veth, right?
Yeah.
You know, definitely had something happen, and it was a guy playing a female goblin, and like there's some things there, and a lot of the community really got behind it, not being comfortable in your own skin. So I say play it out, man. Go with it and see what happens, because you never know what's going to resonate with someone watching. And yeah, you might be making a little light of it to have a character have diabetes or gout or whatever. But at the same time, as long as you stick to the actual facts of what happens with that, I think you're okay.
I like it.
I agree.
I
Personal
got yeah,
opinion.
I got a few ideas just in case you decide to like triple crit
Hey,
Willow again. So
Oh, I'm
so
definitely
hey,
killing you.
can you
Yeah.
guys hear me?
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
So funny you bring that up, because I don't want to talk to you guys offline about this, but me and Carlo were talking about starting our own little YouTube channel, talking about um, difficulties of playing D&D with ADHD and things like that, and
cool.
so yeah, it's I think like that stuff like that is good to bring up in to bring up in the community.
Yeah, address it, right? Because
Yeah.
some people go through that. They might not want to play D&D or play whatever game just because they feel like they
Yeah.
have a disadvantage or something like that. Interesting.
And
Yeah, I like that.
there was a thing that we were reading or something about a guy that sorry, the dog's pooping. Um that was doing a study of
Video
D&D
or it doesn't count.
in the jail, and how D&D can help with mental and uh impulse controls and stuff like that. Yeah.
I definitely agree, and I especially agree for children. It gives them an outlet to understand that actions have consequences without actually having to go through that experience. To
Yeah.
understand that
Agreed.
oh shit, I can't just set this on fire because this happens, and to understand those different pieces, I think it's a great tool that I wish more kids knew about, and I wish it wasn't ever that taboo thing, that nerdy thing that people scoff at.
Speaking about burning things down and setting fires, to that house that Willow tipped a candle over, that burnt down, right? It didn't.
Close, but no.
Before we
Well,
move on, E, I think
actually,
it's a great idea. Let's talk offline. But when you
I'm
first
in.
started telling me about it, I thought you were going to tell me you guys wanted to start your own YouTube series of only pans. It's a cooking series
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Oh, that would be
That's
so
awesome,
good.
because I know Carla's really into cooking. And I was like, only pans. I got you, bro.
dude. I'm in. That's fucking funny. That's funny as shit.
Yeah.
The
So,
fuck?
uh, so I don't want to talk about
That
myself, but
no, that's
go ahead.
hilarious, by the way.
Only pans. Yeah.
No,
I
that
thought
was hilarious. Yeah,
definitely tell Carla about it. I'm game. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. I know she's behind me here. She didn't hear the comment, but I just told her.
Oh, she's in. Yeah.
She's in. I like it. Only pans. That's where we have a cooking series. We're going to start it up in a couple weeks. Make sure to watch out. Ev, did you expect like so Keegan brought up the fire issue and it actually did remind me of Willow setting that fire when you started to light the forest on fire. Did you expect us to put it out? What were your expectations? Cuz I would have just kept setting fire. Even though I'm
I
lawful good, fuck spiders. They outweigh whatever that is, right?
I figured you guys would put it out because it's after I gave the explanation of, hey, this is the Kingswood, and people do patrol this and stuff like that. I figured you guys would put it out, um, you know,
Damn.
just from that perspective because you are trying to make a good impression. Um,
Now I kind of
so
wish we didn't.
that was okay. We're more on the lawful. You guys are chaos goblins, but you guys are more on the lawful good side, the more on the good side of things. So I figured you would have made the decision to do that. And if you would let it burn down, then um, I was rolling in the background to see if guards would notice, the royal swords would notice, and I was just waiting to be like, oh yeah, they're letting this burn. They're gonna get caught. This is gonna be awesome.
I mean, yeah, maybe I'm not understanding fully, but what what do you mean by caught? Because we're out there like trying to help them. So it comes back to this to a very similar situation that we had with the soup, right? Like we're in there trying to help, and all of a sudden we're in trouble, and you think it's us. Like same thing if these
Well,
guards would have showed up, it would have been like, hey, we're trying to take this thing out because you guys haven't been able to, and now all of a sudden you're pissed at us for our methods.
Well, I think that if they would have just walked up on you and noticed a large fire, they would have been like, "What's going on?" I think after you guys would have explained it, things would have been completely fine. But just that interaction, I think, would have been really fun. You guys would have been. You guys would have. I mean, pending you didn't roll nat ones the entire time with talking to them, the DC would have been relatively low. Um, but I think you guys would have been fine just saying, "Yeah, hey, Nathaniel sent us on this quest. We talked to some people. We're here saving." And you also had the girl to basically confirm the story, which so not necessarily getting caught, but you would have been there in the act of something burning without anyone knowing at the moment, and that would have just looked weird to start. So
Yeah,
that's
it
all.
would have been we would have been questioned, and who
Yeah,
knows what would happen from there. It could go really bad or really really good.
yeah,
I
So
can tell you
that's
what
all.
Willow would have done.
I don't know what would have done.
Willow would have blamed the whole thing on the little girl and be like, "We tried to get her to stop. She wouldn't do it. She lit the whole fucking forest on fire."
Willow would have
No,
been like Zutag, make him call it.
I would have absolutely done that too. This is just how we get out of the situation. Don't worry about it. I
It
I liked the fire. I thought it was cool because I like last minute I was like, hold on, like because I'm trying to find like different ways to use like some of these illusion spells, right? Where normally I just go in and cast like a damaging spell or something like that. But I'm trying to use illusions to their advantage, right? So I like being able to cast like Unseen Servant and use Mage Hand to do other things besides do something in battle. So I thought it was cool. I was hoping you would just keep fucking lighting that shit, man. I was gonna have a good time with it.
If I'm looking at both campaigns, so campaign one and Crown of the Oathbreaker, I feel like campaign one we have these high hopes, we have these high aspirations, and when we fail, it hurts, right? But I feel like with this campaign, we're failing up. Like we are just stumbling, but somehow accomplishing stuff still. It's kind of weird to like look at those two different frames.
Oh,
You,
very. Yeah.
it seems like there's a lot of synergy in the party, which is really nice. You guys play really well off of each other, and I definitely commend it to us all playing together originally in campaign
Yeah.
one, and then now everyone's like really playing into their backstory, and it's supportive. It's really supportive. It's we don't have to figure out how players work anymore because we already know the game, and now it's a how can we play our backstories and how can we support each other to a degree and get stuff done, but also have fun. Like it's like we all know how some interactions already work, so we can expand the realm um, of what to do. Like for instance, when your goblin decides to pull a manicore head off and use it as his own head, and
That was
half-orc
amazing.
decides to
I had a good time with it.
That was
goblins out of attacking. I
I've
would
been
have never
wanting to
thought to
use
do
Disguise
that.
Self. So
I would have never thought to do something like that in campaign one because I'm still learning some of that this campaign. However, you guys are like, fuck it, we kind of know how to play this game. Let's push the
we're
boundaries, and it was
we're not afraid. We're not afraid of the weird in this campaign. I think.
yeah,
I think in Storm King we're a little afraid of the weird.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think too it has to do with um like I almost feel like in this campaign we're railroaded a little bit. Like it's very specific what we're gonna do, right? Like we have a
No,
task.
for
This
now,
is your
Yeah.
task.
Yeah.
Do it. Now, how we do it is completely up to question. And what we do onto that task, calling it whatever, that's kind of up to us, right? But I feel like in campaign one, it's more like open world Skyrim. So we're really
Well,
hesitant to do certain things because it can like unleash holy hell or
well, just
but
imagine.
don't. Go ahead.
styles.
Go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say, don't forget though. You gotta kind of think back to when we were third level
That's
Phandalin. We were there was only a couple things in Phandalin we could do.
yep.
Fair.
Starting low levels and stuff like that. Unfortunately, you are going to be railroaded until the world is developed.
Yeah.
Oh, that
So,
just reminded
so
me of
yeah, I think.
D Shags. Oh,
Oh,
I feel like yeah, I
oh
guess D
no.
Shags and the interrogation with Griswold. I feel like that's probably a little okay. Yeah, never mind.
Mhm.
Yep. We don't speak of that incident anymore.
um, so I will say that there are two whole chapters in the book
That's your fault, Carl.
where you guys have to explore different realms, entire realms, and do certain things. And
Yep.
I'm a little like I don't want to say I'm
I love
nervous
it.
about it because the expanse is just so vast, and there's so many things you could do. But I'm also looking forward to it because it's kind of like the fourth chapter in Storm King Thunder where we were just doing a whole bunch of random shit and going around. Yeah, there's two whole chapters of that in Crown of the Oathbreaker. So once things happen, to Eric's point, yeah, things are going to open up, and you guys are going to have a ton of leads, and it's going to be where do we go?
I have a question on how fluid we can make this. So I've thought about how I can use my talents to uh, get gold for us to kind of boost up our assets. Would you allow if the group if we had a couple days just to waste? would you allow me to go around the town for a couple days using like Mage Hand or Prestidigitation or something like that to like clean up areas, clean out gutters, do different things with those spells and get gold from it?
100%. You could certainly try.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Warwick. Willow's cleaning service. I'm in. Yes. That's it. We're done.
So
We're good.
Housekeeping.
You just
That's it.
made 5
That's
copper pieces for the 2 days.
Yeah.
That would be awful. No, I'm gonna go to the high
That's
end
what
place.
it would be.
I'm gonna go.
Housekeeping. Mage hand
I-
jack you off.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna.
I
Galen
think
just,
that's a different cleaning
Galen
service,
just found
E,
his
but
side hustle.
Yeah. I think Galen has. It's talking about like, you know, ADHD and stuff. I think Galen has an STD,
He
so we
probably
can
does.
build that into the.
nah, we took care of that.
Oh yeah,
Did
that's
we?
right. He's good now.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
he's good.
did. We did. That's right. That's right. We did. We did. You're lucky.
Mm.
Warwick still is good though. It's fine. That's a whole different topic. Anyways.
I really enjoyed going back to Willow putting on that head. I don't know why, but for some reason I really enjoyed that entire scene. Like your face, you speak Goblin, and then yeah, and then Willow being like, "I'm coming with you. Give me that head." It's just like,
Dude, I feel like there's two different things Zootag that Willow's going to do in this campaign, right? Willow's going to become best friends with Phaedra, and I am highly considering seeing if Phaedra will carry me around like Grogu and the Mandalorian, like put me on your back, or like I'll create
On
like
front.
leather straps or something, jetpack me in. Let's do this shit, right?
yeah,
But then
Yoda.
I'm also going to just join Zoo Tag no matter what you're doing. Whatever you're doing and trying to talk to someone, I'm in. I am your number one wingman. I'll get you whatever you want. We're doing this. You were talking to goblins? I'm your goblin friend. I'll get you some credibility. It's gonna happen.
It's just a crazy
the-
difference between the orgy and Willow's interactions now, and I actually like this version better. I think
I,
this is
I
fun.
yeah. So and a lot of it had to do with the orgy was not on his own terms. Like it was almost
It's
forced, right?
forced. Yeah, yeah,
And he's like, "Nah, I'm not about that shit. If I'm gonna go nuts, my own terms, I'm gonna do it." And now that like since Zootag is opened up and is like really interacting with this coin, Willow's like, how far can we push this? Like, where's that tipping point? And I'm just gonna ride it through. It's gonna be a good time, right? We have to have fun with it. Yeah,
I'm
I
good with it. I just we'll see if the coin gets lost. Because side note, Zutag might have a little ADHD too.
oh yeah,
yeah.
I yeah. I can see that. But no, I love that playoff. I think that was cool. I was waiting for something to happen with the goblins, like one of them like recognize the illusion or something happen and then start to attack. But I like
you
I
guys,
like how it played out.
yeah, you guys came in, said your friends. You had a goblin with you. You could speak goblin. You killed a larger creature and decided to be like, yeah, I'm gonna wear its head. It's totally cool, not a problem. These guys did not want to fuck with you guys
Oh yeah,
at all.
I wouldn't
they're
either.
like, okay, these guys are definitely off. No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Even if they didn't know the mana core, it'd have been like, nah,
yeah.
I'm good. Don't want to die here. So
Mm-mm.
yeah,
I was a little, I won't say disappointed, but yeah, a little disappointed we didn't run into another Manicore or babies or anything.
Yeah.
I was
Me,
hoping
I was too.
I was hoping to kill a baby. I'm just gonna say it.
Oh no,
I, actually,
no.
I'm
You're
kind
Galen
of
telling me
right
you
there.
wouldn't kill it?
on
You
that.
know what damage that Manicore's done, and you wouldn't kill a baby Manicore?
Well,
No,
I'm
not if I
telling you,
can. Not if I can use that for my gain. That damage for my gain.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna
I'm
befriend
actually
the Manicore.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be
yes.
okay with that as well, but it'd be a decision.
No, I was hoping we would run into one or the Ettercat or Ettercat babies. Specifically, I was taking an egg. No matter what, if I had to sneak one away and the party didn't agree, I was taking an egg somehow. And it was going to be either we were gonna have a big breakfast, or I was gonna let that thing hatch, and we were gonna have another sidekick. Like, can you imagine? Come on, Manicore and a baby pseudo dragon. Oh my god, unstoppable! Like that, I feel like they would be best friends. Well, I'm really hoping we run into like owlbears and shit. I want an owlbear cub, like no fucking other. I'm in. Listen, I will take a point into druid or
I'd pay that.
whatever just to get animal friendship or speak with animals or whatever.
Oh,
I am
Hey,
dead serious.
I
Evan,
love it.
Evan, to really make your head hurt, there's actually a spell out there worse than Fog Cloud, and I can't wait till 5th level. And I want to talk to Keegan after this because I don't know if you have access to the spell or not.
Is it?
It's a
It's a
war.
warlock spell. Oh,
It's a
hold on, I'm
warlock
looking
spell.
this. Warlock spells. I'm looking. Hold. Just you got to just go ahead. I'm gonna forget because you guys are level 3. Will you tell me what it is?
No.
Oh fuck, Eric. You always. You said it's
Did
fifth
we
level.
level? Did we level?
What's
We
that?
fought a Manicore. We fought an Ettercap. We
I did the
negotiated
same
with
thing.
goblins.
You
Did we
just got
level?
third. You just got third level. No.
Yeah,
Next
but
time you will though.
It
Next
was a
time.
try. Good try. I liked it.
Next
Yeah,
time you will. I really just. Okay, can you at least tell me what spell level it is?
fourth.
Is a 3rd level spell.
It is a third level spell.
oh,
This is
third
gonna be
level.
so.
I was
It's
looking.
gonna be so terrible.
It might be
Dude,
the next Monday conversation.
Maybe. Maybe. Oh no, next Monday I'm out.
Mm. We
next
haven't done the
Monday.
past 2 Mondays anyway.
Oh, okay.
Gotta get Evan back on it.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, I got to get back on that.
Third level warlock spell.
I don't know. I'll have to. This is not going to go well. I just know it. When Eric says it's bad, worse than. Oh no. When Eric says it's ooh.
It's
Mm,
worse than Fog Cloud.
shit. All right. I can't wait. I can't wait. You guys are going to be hard to kill. So basically, you have Gorge can do his empowered bond or whatever, which is basically like perma
Love
bless for
that.
everyone,
I love that.
and he he or someone else can bless 3 other people and upcast it to do more. So that is 2d4 that you get to add on to abilities,
Does it
attacks, or
stack?
saving throws. That does because it's
Oh,
not the same
okay.
thing. You cannot like you can't do bless and then he can't do bless on the same people, but because it's 2 separate things, that stacks.
Yeah, I would say they stacked. If they were two,
Yeah.
like if it said, if the wording of the what's it called, embalming blessing or what, if it said,
Yeah.
if it made reference to the bless spell, then I would be like, yeah, you can't stack them. But it doesn't. It's just it's the reason why. It's also the reason why I went pack of the chain versus pack of the talisman, because a lot of that stuff is a lot of the pack of the talisman is, ooh, I give somebody a D4 for something. I'm like, we already have enough of that between how many paladins and a cleric. So
Hey, if something is incapacitated, whenever you hit it, it's an auto crit, right?
incapacitated.
I
I know unconscious.
Yeah,
and
I'm with you on that one. I don't know.
I'll look.
I
Hold
think
on.
if it's just restrained, it's not. So that's why I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think
Incapacitated
incapacitated.
is a
No.
weird.
Incapacitated can't take actions or
Yeah,
reactions. Let me see though. I can't remember.
I don't. I
I
don't
did.
think it's auto crit though.
Dude,
All right. With that, with all of us looking at spells, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks everybody for
Yeah.
watching. I think we are back to the Fandolin 5 on Sunday. If not, I'm happy to play either one.
Mm-hmm. Same.
yeah.
Same.